Angels faithful are California dreaming about a shot at a world championship. Of course, the Twins have become baseball's ultimate survivors. Can they avoid contraction for the second time this season? Is the clock about to strike midnight on the Twins' Cinderella story? Jeannie's the last go along with Kevin Kennedy. Welcome inside the Fox Network Center. The Twins have been getting great pitching this postseason, but you can't win if you don't score runs.
Where are the bats? This team had the best record in Major League Baseball against right-handed pitching with 71 wins. The big bats are missing. The number one hitter, Jock Jones, hitting 162 so far in the postseason. And how about Corey Koski, their three guy, with 7 punch-outs? I mean, he's been lights out. He just has not done the job. But Joe Mays has. He's got the lone victory in this postseason. ALCS against the Angels. He pitched 8 strong innings with that good curveball, good two-seam fastball, good changeup. He's got all the pitches. He won 17 games a year ago. And take a look at this pitch right here. A slider. See that red dot in the middle? Good hitters will see that immediately out of the hand. Didn't happen this time for Troy Gloss, but every time he sees a fastball, particularly a four-seam fastball, it's a game-winning hit for him. Mays versus Apier. No pressure on Kevin Apier. Mays, a lot of pressure on him.
Pressure up the freeway in the Bay Area. It is the NLCS later on tonight on Fox 4.
Absolutely. Levon Hernandez, we know all about him. He does not lose in October. Andy Bennis has to come up huge to try to even this series. He's got a split-fingered fastball now that he didn't have before. He learned it from Chuck Finley. Take a look at the brackets. Well, Anaheim can finish it off today. They don't want to go back to that Metrodome because they've seen this before back in 1986. They don't want to have that happen again. The Giants and Cardinals, Andy Bennis has to come up big to try to even this thing up. A big comeback win yesterday. We'll see if Eli Rivera's going to line up again.
All right, coming up, the Angels are poised to do what many others couldn't, make the Twins go away. The Halos are looking for a Game 5 victory with a trip to the World Series on the line. It is next on Fox.
They fight to make a difference. They dare to change their world.
I can't really say I've ever had a role model. Well, now I've got one. Thank you.
But this fall,
rumor has it that the students are planning something.
Their dreams are about to shatter.
This walkout is about the students' power.
This is about outrage.
Things need to change.
Shut up.
Now you shut up.
People, let's calm down.
The new season of Boston Public. Monday, October 21st on Fox. Fox invites you to see the world through the eyes of 3 young attorneys.
This is a murder trial. I at least assumed you'd be prepared.
I was prepared, sir.
He was in the middle of the exam, and he just fainted. He practically gave me a hickey.
Is he cheating on you, sir? No, he is not cheating on me.
From Emmy Award-winning creator David E. Kelly.
You're ready, and you can do this.
Girls Club premieres Monday, October 21st on Fox.
And counting. The 210 horsepower supercharged Nissan Xterra.
He's the Mac Daddy of sketch comedy.
You know you fine.
That's my wife.
Oh, it's okay, dog. I'm gay.
Cedric, the new hit returns Wednesday, October 30th after Bernie Mac on Fox. This fall, Fox invites you to see the world through the eyes of 3 young attorneys.
I need you to listen to my opening. Again? Please. I'm so far over my head on this. Are you sleeping? No.
From Emmy Award-winning creator David E. Kelly comes a new series.
This is a murder trial. I at least assumed you'd be prepared.
I was prepared, sir.
He was in the middle of the exam, and he just fainted. He practically gave me a hickey.
Is he cheating on you, sir? No, he is not cheating on me. We both know how naive Sarah can be. I'm not just going to sit back and let her get hurt.
Fox is proud to present the series premiere of Girls Club.
You're ready, and you can do this.
Monday, October 21st at 9, 8 Central on Fox.
So, what are we doing?
Oh, crime.
Crime. Good.
Meet the crew of the Starship Serenity. The tough guy is named Jay.
Do I have your attention?
The hooker is proper.
How's business?
None of yours.
The preacher packs a punch. And the captain is an outlaw.
We're not thieves. But we are thieves.
Out there? Oh, it's out there.
Who are you?
I'm your wife.
How drunk was I last night? I don't know. I passed out.
Only the creator of Buffy the Vampire Slayer could bring you a future that's this spaced out. Firefly, an all-new episode at 8/7 Central Fox Friday.
We welcome you to Anaheim's Edison International Field for the American League Championship Series Game 5, and a hometown crowd hoping they'll celebrate the Angels' first ever trip to the World Series. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, already having faced 2 elimination games in this postseason already, won both of those, and trying to do the same here again today and send it back to the Metrodome. Mike Scioscia preparing his team. Ron Gardenhire trying to get his troops fired up to make it a 3-2 series and head back home.
Tommy, I think this will be the loosest Twins team that we've seen in this playoff so far, because they're used to having everybody think that they're not going to win. They weren't supposed to win their division and weren't supposed to beat the A's. And right now everyone is expecting them to go home at the hands of the Angels. I think they come out swinging, and they come out as loose as they've been in this entire series.
Meanwhile, on the other side for Mike Scioscia's team, they realize what's at stake here as the Angels take the field to this raucous crowd. Could they be a little too amped, if you will, for this one today?
I don't think so, for a couple reasons. It's not really the personality of their team, and it certainly is not the personality of their manager. I talked to Mike Scioscia earlier today. He said, you know what, we don't even really ever go out and worry about winning games. We worry about playing the type of baseball that we play, and then we expect to win games because of that. They will still be aggressive, but they won't beat themselves.
Take a look at the Minnesota starting lineup for this one. Jock Jones, only 1 hit in the series, leads off in left field. Of course, he's not the only Twin struggling. They have managed 2 runs in their last 21 innings. Christian Guzman at shortstop, Corey Koski at third, David Ortiz at DH, Torrey Hunter in center with Doug Mientkiewicz at first. Dustin Moore again in right field, A.J. Pierzynski behind the plate, and Luis Rivas, the second baseman. They'll be facing the 34-year-old Lancaster, California native Kevin Appier.
Apier's going to bring everything at you but the kitchen sink. This is a guy that's going to get ahead with his fastball. Then he's going to try to expand that strike zone, get you to swing at bad sliders and bad splitters. Falls right into the hands of an over-aggressive Twins team, and he doesn't mind throwing a lot of pitches. He'll go deep into counts if, in fact, the Twins will let him.
Well, we welcome those of you who have been watching the NFL on Fox throughout the early part of the morning here out west and the early afternoon back east. It's Game 5 of this American League Championship Series with the Angels leading it 3-1. Anaheim on defense, Garrett Anderson, Darren Erstad, and Tim Salmon left, center, and right. Troy Gloss, David Eckstein on the left side. Adam Kennedy solid at second base, along with Spezio's had a big series at first with a battery of Appier and Benji Molina. Coming into this postseason, going back before the division series, Appier the only Anaheim Angel. Empire Data Demuth and we are underway. Lined into right field, Salmon slides.
Bad hamstring. He comes in to try to make a sliding catch. He got it. Anytime when you have a bad hamstring, it's the starts and stops that really hurt you. When you're to Jared Washburn and John Lackey, who were terrific in their last 2 starts.
High pop-up, straight away center field. Playable for Erstad under the bright sunshine. Too long. We asked Ron Gardenhire about his approach, his team's approach. Win game.
People say you have to win 3 in a row. Really, you just have to win 1 in a row. And you have to do it 3 times. And that's the way we look at it. Win 1 in a row 3 times. And you start by going at it today. Joe Mays pitched a great game in the first one. If he can keep us in the ball game, we'll have a shot.
We have had so much fun with Ron Gardenhire in this series. He's been like an open book. He has said to some of his players how he's tried to inspire them, what he's thinking, the reasons he does the things that he does. Times in this series, he's just had to battle his way out, and he hasn't been able to do it.
And he takes ball 4. Very small strike zone early on here from home plate umpire Dana Demuth. Napier already looking in on a couple of those calls in that at bat. Minnesota batter in the last 20 innings. Wow. And really what that boils in between or in among base hit. David Ortiz looks at a ball that gets away from Molina, and advancing on to second is Koski. In the air, right field, hit pretty well. Salmon drifting back to the wall. He will not get it. Scoring is Koski on his way to second with an RBI double as David Ortiz, and Minnesota jumps out to an early lead.
Hitting fourth, you don't get too many strikes. That's a strike in a 2-0 count. He thought he might have got it out of the ballpark. A couple of these Twins hitters have thought that they've jumped the yard in this game a couple times, and Jock Jones the other night and David Ortiz. But the good thing about it, you can stand there and watch it for a second as long as you make sure you get your rear end to second base if it doesn't go out of the park. After it goes out of the park, while you're running from first through the rest of the bases. Run hard until it gets out.
Hunter pops it up right side of the infield. Should end the inning. Spezio's there, and it does. But Minnesota gets a lead for the first time since winning Game 1. David Eckstein leads off at short. Darren Erstad in center field. Tim Salmon in right. Garrett Anderson, a left fielder. Troy Gloss, 4 postseason home runs thus far. At third, Brad Fulmer, the DH. A latter third of Scott Spezio. Benji Molina, the catcher, and Adam Kennedy at second base. Most of the Anaheim damage done late in the series. And on the mound, outstanding in Game 1, Joe Mays.
Those numbers a little inflated because he hung the slider to Eric Chavez in the divisional series for the 3-run homer. But boy, he's got a heavy sinker. He's got to stay down in the strike zone to make that thing work. And he tries to get hitters to chase the breaking ball in the dirt if he can get ahead.
We really enjoyed, you mentioned earlier about Ron Gardenhire, but really both of the staffs of these two teams. The man worked with them during this series. Eckstein lays down the bunt, charging Koski. In time. Good play by Corey Koski down at third base.
Pretty play by Koski as he shows you that you don't have to barehand the ball all the time. If you can get your feet underneath you and you're a little bit more sure-handed with your glove, go ahead and glove the ball, especially if you think you got a half a step of time.
Bats during this postseason so far. Bouncing ball up the middle. Rivas cuts it off. Plants, throws. Lets it out, infield hit.
He should have quickened up. He's got some of the quickest hands in baseball. Takes a little bit too much time, and Erstad is flying down the line.
He's with a couple of home runs and 7 knocked in against the Yankees. But the longest tenured Angel has struggled, although he's hit some balls hard in this series, but nothing to show for it. Base hit left field. Salmon's first of the series.
When he tries to trick you, just keep the ball down. This ball, not bad. Out over the plate a little bit, but about knee high, and Salmon just goes down there and digs it out and hits it into the 6-hole. Anderson's power the opposite field.
Double play ball, maybe. Rivas to second, throw to first is not time to double up Anderson. So runners on the corners, 2 away in the inning. Jones, Hunter, and Dustin Moore left, center, and right. Koski, Guzman, Rivas, and Menkiewicz third to first. A battery of Mays and Pierzynski. See, they've struggled a little bit on defense. 3 of those. Loss owns 4 solo home runs during the 2002 playoffs, second most in postseason history, behind Ken Griffey Jr. Then was Seattle in 19.
In that 86 series.
Fly ball right center field, should end the inning. Torrey Hunter is there, and it does. So a couple of hits, 2 men left. End of 1. Minnesota out to a 1-0 lead. For Game 5 of this American League Championship Series. High fly ball. Slicing towards Garrett Anderson out in short left field.
Situation for them.
Dustin Moore, the right fielder.
Bounced up there.
Line into left center field, a base hit, and this ball will roll to the wall. Dustin Moore on his way to second base with a one-out double here in the end. Minnesota second inning.
Watch long enough. He's got one of the more pure swings that we have on this team. He juices that one into the gap. Runs the bases very well. Just doesn't slide all that great. We were talking about that before the game, and he said he wasn't sure which way to go. Feet first.
And already they have two in the first inning and a third against Napier here so far in the league championship series in those situations. Until now, base hit into left field. They're going to wave around the runner. Here comes Garrett Anderson's throw to the plate. Cut off, throw to second. And now they have Pierzynski in a rundown. He's tagged out there. But Pierzynski knocks in the run, making it 2-0.
But Al Newman is so aggressive as a third base coach that he's sending Dustin Moore no matter what. It's not like playing in the turf here where the ball gets to Garrett Anderson so much quicker. Pierzynski's thinking, I want to make them cut the play off and get me out so I can save the run. But I believe he was going to be safe anyway. And then you still keep the pressure on the defense by staying put at first base.
The best of 7 format was introduced in 1985. Of course, one of those teams, the Angels. Their strike three called to end the inning. Another run, a couple of hits. After an inning and a half, 2-0 Minnesota. Joe Mays, who allowed Fulmer 4 of 10 in the series with a home run and 4 knocked in. Bouncing ball down to Minkiewicz, and he'll beat Fulmer to the bag. 1 away. Oh, 1 to Spezio. Bouncing ball to Guzman, the shortstop. And quickly 2 away here in the Anaheim second inning. Andy Bennett for St. Louis.
It was a good one, wasn't
it? Yes, it was. It was solid. 2-1 to Benji Molina. And again, on the ground to Guzman. And that'll do it. In the Anaheim second inning, Joe Mays, just like game 1. Solid from the get-go. We go to the third, 2-0 Minnesota. So why not try and mix in something new? 1-1. Yeah. 27 homers, 85 batted in. That one in the air. Salmon waits, squeezes it tightly, and Jones retired to begin the Minnesota third.
Biggest thing that Gardenhire said about that, just take a little pressure off our pitching staff. So
many times, and then just continue to wear them out is staggering.
And how much more important that is now about with the unbalanced schedule.
Fly ball in the straightaway center field. Erstad is there. 2 up, 2 down here in the Twins' third inning. Well, you could feel the personality, the enthusiasm building.
Injuries this year slowed him down a little bit, but this is a guy that needs to hit.
Off the end of the bat, short center field, late break by Erstad, but he'll get to it. That'll end the inning. So his first scoreless inning. Angels bat, bottom of the third, down a pair. Joe Mays allowed a couple of hits. Back-to-back from Erstad and Salmon in the opening inning. Is set down 5 in a row since. And has a 2-0 lead. Adam Kennedy then back to the top of the order, and Eckstein and Erstad in the Anaheim third. First pitch swinging, smoked into right field. Did he get enough? Yes. A 2-1 Minnesota lead.
Be hard pressed to ask Joe Mays to pitch the game that he did in game 1. He was down with everything. So far today, even before that at-bat,
home run during the postseason. Bouncing ball at Rivas. Plays the extra hop, knocks it down, throws in time. Good recovery there by Rivas. A little lazy coming in on that ball.
Watch the location of this pitch, right about belt high. Adam Kennedy all over it. This is a guy that hit .312 during the season. Hitting in the back half of the order, 9th most of the season. And then Rivas letting his last hop just eat him up off the wrist. Staying with it though, and watch this gun. Let it rip.
Off the end of the bat. Slick play there by Guzman. Boy, he is smooth over there at shortstop. The 1990 League Championship Series in the opening inning, a single into left field. And a little floater that will be run down by Guzman in left center field to end the inning. But Kennedy plays long ball leading off the Anaheim third. We go to the fourth. Minnesota 2, Anaheim
1. Some say he's still out wandering these hills, looking for his lost head. It's a true story. Okay, time to go to bed.
For when you need it most.
Uh-oh.
Our longest lasting Energizer Max ever.
What was that?
Energizer Max. Do you have the bunny inside?
Radio Shack is the place people go for specialty batteries for all kinds of things. Choose from over 1,000 batteries. Radio Shack has more power. Radio Shack. Bye.
Pushing myself to the limit is what this is all about. And I need an antiperspirant that can keep up. All the clear gels that I've tried, they just don't work for me. But now there's new high-endurance clear gel. It protects against wetness better than the leading gel. Guaranteed. Try it. If you don't like it, Old Spice will buy you a stick of something else. A clear gel that strong? I'm there. New Old Spice high-endurance clear gel.
Gehrig's farewell speech. Selfless. Robinson's rookie year. Fearless. Fisk's game winner. Timeless. Our pastime. Priceless. There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard. Devoted fan of Major League Baseball and its most memorable moments.
The bun.
Seafood, hurry up. I'm hungry.
You are not going to believe what I'm looking at.
Got any gummy bears?
What's ever on the shelf there, Chief?
Can't even tell you.
You don't have to tell her. You can show her. It's PCS Vision from Sprint. They built the largest all PCS enhanced nationwide network. So now your phone can do more than ever.
And I can send it to her. That's unreal.
That'd be my word for it.
Introducing PCS Vision from Sprint. Clearly, a whole new way to look at wireless.
In 1968, a brutal crime occurred.
At the time of the disappearance, she was working for a Stephen Prescott.
Now, when John Doe investigates a murder 3 decades old,
Can you access DMV records that far back?
the suspect he's chasing could be himself.
Care to explain how you stayed looking so young?
But the deeper he goes to uncover the truth, the more frightening it becomes.
What's happening to me?
Who is John Doe? An all-new episode at 9/8 Central Fox Friday.
Single runs in each of the first 2 innings. And David Ortiz knocked in the first run of the game with a double.
And I thought that he had put down a 1 before, and here's the same 3. This should be a fastball again, and it is.
Maybe that's why they're having trouble getting on the same page. Fly ball into center field, and Erstad's got it 1 away. Two-one. Fastball smoked into left center field, but Erstad will run it down shy of the truck.
Add it to that list if you try hard.
Understands early and often. here in Anaheim. Bouncing ball at Eckstein behind the back. He'll pick up and over. 7 in a row set down by Avier. His team bats last of the 4th, down a run. 4th inning, heart of the order coming up. Anderson, Gloss, and Fulmer against Joe Mays. Breaking ball scalded into right field this time, a base hit. Expected from his team's offense here in Game 5.
You know, obviously Joe pitched, you know, fabulously. You know, he changed speeds. He used the sinker. You know, he pitched aggressive. You know, he pitched great. And he pitched a lot like Radke pitched last night. So if it's any consolation, we've seen Mays once. We saw Radke. They're both sort of similar. Hopefully our guys can make some adjustments today.
Radke went 6 2/3. Outstanding innings here last night. Allowed 5 hits and 2 runs. Both coming in his 7th inning. With 4 hits against Mays through the first 3+. And Gloss, first pitch swinging, pops it up behind the plate. Pierzynski's got it 1 away.
Pitch that he threw. Joe Mays is not the kind of guy that wants to go upstairs to get guys out. He wants
That for the top half of the 5th inning. Time to answer our RadioShack.com trivia question. How many Major League teams have never appeared in a World Series? And the answer would be 7 of them. A World Series, and the answer would be 7 of them. And take a look, the Angels being one. The Rangers and the Astros as we know them now. The Montreal Expos, Seattle. Mariners. 3-2 pitch. In the air, straight away center field. And at the warning track, it'll be Darren Erstad. Two bats now. A.J. Pierzynski knocked in a run with a single to left field in the 2nd inning.
He's probably his best friend on the team. Says, you know what, the thing I like about him the most is that, yeah, he might do a crazy thing once in a while.
There's a base hit into center field, his 2nd of the afternoon.
But he says, you know what? He'll go right to the plate, and if they want to stick one in his ear hole, he'll stand there and take it too. Money hitting the ball right there. There is Danny Hawkins. Finger's getting a little bit better. You remember he was stepped on during the celebration after they beat the A's in the divisionals. What a way to miss a series.
Double play ball here. Eckstein, Kennedy. Go to the bottom of the 5th. 2-1 Minnesota. Was terrific in Game 1. In the air, right field. Drifting back to the wall is Moore. Tie game.
Location of this pitch. Once again, a little bit too high in the zone for a guy that wants to throw sinkers away to left-handed hitters.
We begin anew here in the 5th. Molina rolls over one. Koski in front of Guzman. 1 away in the inning.
Spezio, one of those guys that doesn't want to hop on a plane and go back to Minnesota. Maybe he can put together a gig with his band, Sand Frog.
Back in Illinois, and the 1-2 on the way is in the air, right center field, hit pretty well. Dustin Moore back to the wall. Gone! Kennedy, who hit 7 home runs during the regular season. Has string in the playoffs. 2 today.
He is picture perfect today. That's a hanging breaking ball. He's hanging out all over the plate. The ball is...
Kennedy, the former St. Louis Cardinals minor league player of the year. They remember they dealt Jim Edmonds to get him. 2 away in the inning. Then the big move made to trade away Mo Vaughn to get today's starter Kevin Napier. Stoneman, a very interesting guy. An outstanding pitcher in the big league. So the bullpen. 1-0 pitch. On the ground is Shorty. And Guzman will throw out Erstad to win the inning. Anaheim flexing its muscles. And the strongest of them all right now, Adam Kennedy. Leading this best-of-7 series 3-1. Have their first lead of the afternoon. And a top of the order coming up for Minnesota against Kevin Napier. Jock Jones 0 for 2. High bouncer in front of the plate. Napier gloves and he'll throw, but no chance to get Jones. Tying run aboard to begin the Minnesota 6th. Jock Jones 6 stolen bases. Was thrown out 13 times. His bullpen has been sensational during this series. Bunted high in the air. This could be a hit. Fielded and a nice play by Spezio to throw out Guzman, give him the sacrifice, advancing Jones 2-1. Solid outing by Kevin Napier. 5 1/3 innings, 5 hits. He leaves with a runner at second and a 1-run lead for Brendan Donnelly.
Solid doesn't even begin to describe what Donnelly and the rest of this bullpen for the Angels have done.
Owing to Koski, who struck out 7 of his last 11 plate appearances. It's 8 of 12 now. Let's take a look at our Chevy Trucks in-game box score for Minnesota. The Twins with 5 base hits, a couple of runs, but they came in each of the first 2 innings.
And this isn't anything but a good old country fastball from Brendan Donnelly. Got to put this ball in play.
Flying out to deep center field in the 4th inning. You do have the dangerous but right-handed hitting Torrey Hunter. That one comes all the way to the screen, and advancing down to 3rd is Jock Jones.
They're playing Ortiz like a dead pull hitter, and Ortiz in this situation should be thinking about just dumping the ball over the shortstop's head.
Struck out to end the inning. Some of the Hollywood types here in Anaheim. Bryan Cranston from Malcolm in the Middle.
There's Bryan.
Just behind him, Kurtwood Smith from that 70s show. Base hit into left field by Tim Salmon to begin the Anaheim 6th inning.
Tim Salmon loading up that swing and finally getting a good pitch to hack at.
Garrett Anderson 1 for 2 in the game. Singled his last time up, and a base hit in right center field. Salmon making a turn, going to 3rd, and they're starting to smell it here in Anaheim.
Rivas playing Anderson to pull because he did his last at bat. He gets this ball, it's a double play ball, but he can't reach it up the middle.
Johan Santana, the left-hander, cranking it up in the Twins bullpen. the ground, and they had the runner caught. Koski flips to Pierzynski, and they cut down the lead runner. What a big out that is for Joe Mays in Minnesota.
Salmon just gets caught out here, taking one step too far home. Koski right on it, and he knows he's got him if he tries to go back. Koski actually thought about turning the double play. And he said, I'd better take this out if he's going to give it to me here. Pierzynski, Salmon, little elbow going on there. I think if Salmon dove back to third base, he would have made it.
It's clearly not a contact play there. Salmon's coming to the plate on contact. It's going to do it for Joe Mays. They're going to bring on Santana to face a left-handed hitting Brad Palmer. 3-2, Anaheim in front of the 6. We'll be back. Johan Santana.
Go back to that play at third base with Koski. I don't know if Salmon was maybe trying to bait Koski into trying to turn a double play, and then he'd score on the play. He clearly had enough time to get back to third if he wanted to. Koski then had the option to try to go to second to get the out there, or go over to first and get the out there. Go to second.
Runners go again. And a swing and a foul tip. We'll do it again. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, throw down to third, and a strike him out, throw him out, double play ends the inning. It looked like somebody may have missed a sign. Anderson late to get started. It's a 1-run game. We're back after these messages from your local Fox station. A single by Salmon. He went to third on a single by Garrett Anderson. They were on the corners with nobody out. A ground out, cut down Salmon on a fielder's choice. And then Donnelly on in relief of Kevin Napier. Off the end of the bat, short right field, and Salmon is there. Hunter retired. 1 away. Talked a great deal about the struggles of Jones and Pierzynski and Koski, among others. That is only the second hit since coming to Anaheim for Minkiewicz. Tying run aboard. The go-ahead run comes to the plate for Minnesota. 1-0 to Dustin Moore. Swing and a miss. Throw down to first, and they nearly caught Minkiewicz asleep at the wheel.
Just ahead of that throw. Molina pretty sneaky down there. Likes to throw without even standing up.
3 games during the postseason. Starting to get loose. They said he was good to come in the South in the 9th inning. Like Sosha telling us that before the game today. Into left center field, another base hit for Dustin Moore. And on to second base goes Minkiewicz. Boy, Dustin Moore getting a chance to play here in Anaheim after not starting the first 2 games of the series. He's been their best hitter in this series.
Another good swing, head down. Gardenhire put it, he's watched long enough.
Comes to the plate. Of course, in Game 5 against the Oakland Athletics. In the division series, he had the line into right field, a base hit. They're going to wave around the runner, and now throw up the stop sign is Al Newman. Able to fire it back in is Tim Salmon. And the bases are loaded with 1 away here in the Twins' 7th inning. A very poor jump.
Those balls hit very hard into right field. He does have to look to see if anyone's going to catch this ball. And then he gets his jump. Not the fastest guy in the world. And this ball's hustling into right field. Salmon coming in hard. If he goes, he's dead. Salmon with a strong throw. Not hitting the cutoff man. Minkiewicz with a little hesitation. Wasn't sure if anyone could catch that. Now he's coming around third. Couldn't do it.
And the Twins with a chance to tie or take the lead as we have a pitching change. Rodriguez comes on from the pen. chin against the remarkable 20-year-old right-hander Francisco Rodriguez.
Thank you, Rodriguez. Struck out Kelty in a pinch-hitting situation in last night's ball game with a 3-2 slider that was unhittable.
Out of the bullpen.
Gotta wonder if, even though available, if he's a little bit tired, maybe the...
He started the appeal, and no, he didn't go around, says Mike Everett. Ball 4, and Rodriguez has walked in a run. What an outstanding at-bat by Bobby Kelty. A 3-3 game, and they're still loaded. A fabulous at-bat by Bobby Kelty. They're loaded for Jock. 1-2 on Jock Jones. Gets away from Molina, and here comes a go-ahead run, safe at the plate. A walk and a wild pitch has given Minnesota a 4-3 lead.
The plate. Now I can understand how tough it is to catch Frankie, but you got to get your body over in front of that. With guys on base, you have got to get to your knees, slide your feet out, and block that ball with your chest to be fundamentally sound back there.
In the air, straight away center field. Tagging Pierzynski. Erstad to catch. Erstad to throw. Here comes a play at the plate. Pierzynski just beating the throw, and Minnesota with a 2-run lead.
Way to go, AJ! Way to go, baby! Fucking Bobby's stealing out the snap.
This is a great effort by Erstad to get him, but remember, Pierzynski's a catcher. Molina's trying to block the plate, and he's going to go right through him with that front leg. Just knock the shin guard out of the way. You think AJ's had that done to him a few times? He's happy about it.
Minnesota charges back to take a lead here in the 7th inning. Two and two to Christian Guzman. And a ground ball sharply, and Kennedy, he'll get there. And the inning is over, but not before these Never Say Die Twins come up with 3 and lead by 2.
Gehrig's farewell speech. Selfless. Robinson's rookie year. Fearless. Fisk's game winner. Timeless. Our pastime. Priceless. There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard. Devoted fan of Major League Baseball and its most memorable moments.
Now, there is no up or down. Introducing Mach 3 Turbo. Total comfort whether you shave down or up. A new anti-friction coating on all 3 blades, plus a new strip releases even more lubrication. So even against the grain, you get less irritation and the closest shave. It's turning the shaving world upside down. Mach 3 Turbo. New from Gillette. Try new Gillette Series Shave Gel and get skincare with every shave.
Warning, the following stunts were performed by professionals. Do not attempt anything from this movie. It's all new, including the stuff you can't see on TV. Jackass, the movie. Rated R. In theaters everywhere. October 25th.
Get to the October Power Drive at your local GMC dealer for an extra $500 bonus cash on professional-grade trucks and SUVs. Every new Yukon, Envoy, and newly redesigned Sierra. The power of GMC can be yours with the power of these great offers. Get 0% APR or $1,500 cash back on every new GMC, plus an extra $500 October bonus cash. See dealer for details. Upgrade to professional grade during Power Drive. See the pros at your local GMC dealer before it all ends October 31st.
All right.
I take batting practice. I take infield practice. I take Viagra.
Ask your doctor if Viagra's right for you and visit Viagra.com for more information.
Step up to the plate and make an appointment to see your doctor.
From John Woo,
director of Mission Impossible 2 and Face Off, starring Academy Award winner Nicolas Cage.
My responsibility!
A full-throttle, heart-pounding action thriller.
Get out of here!
Wind Talkers. Buy or rent it Tuesday.
When I look at Steve and Jenny, I just think, wow, what did Jenny have that all the others didn't? Because Steve's had a lot of women. Women all over the world. You know, Europe, Asia, Africa, you name it, Steve's been there. One word, buddy, Amsterdam. Huh? Now, this guy knows what I'm talking about. Well, what can I say? The guy's been around. You know, the block. A couple hundred times.
Tuesday, October 29th, when Kelso discovers Hyde and Jackie's secret love.
He's dead.
Lifelong friendships will be tested.
What's wrong with this thing?
On a special hour of That 70s Show.
Now, Hyde's really dead.
All new Tuesday, October 29th on Fox.
Back in Anaheim, where this crowd is shocked at what's transpired over the last full inning in the Angels 6. They had runners at first and third, nobody out, failed to score in that inning. And then Minnesota comes back, Steve, in the 7th with 3 runs to take the lead.
I still like the aggressive play by Mike Scioscia having that happen, but the fact is, we talked about if you get a strike him out, throw him out in that situation, takes the wind out of your sails and gives the Twins a little bit of momentum coming into their offensive inning, and they took advantage of it. Jock Jones getting the fly ball when he needed there, and Erstad trying to make the play. Persinski hustling all the way, knocking Molina off the plate and scoring.
Our Nissan game summary. Neither starter will figure in the decision. Both pitched relatively well today. Apier only allowed 1 run. Mays 3 run. Adam Kennedy with a pair of home runs for Anaheim. Spezio a solo blast in the 5th. But look at the way Minnesota got it done. A bases loaded walk. We talked about the at-bat by the pinch hitter Bobby Kelty. A wild pitch. And then a sac fly by Jock Jones.
Kind of the way they've gotten it done all year long. They'll scratch it, they'll claw, they'll do what they have to do. Everyone talks about how aggressive they are offensively and defensively. They'll make their mistakes. Ron Gardenhire will live with those mistakes as long as they're aggressive. Told his guys to go out and play hard.
Talked about 42 come from behind wins for Minnesota. And Alina. And Adam Kennedy coming up against Johan Santana. Coming into right center field. It will fall out there in front of Dustin Moore. So now Anaheim has a tying run coming to the plate.
Away from tying up their series with the Giants, and you can give some of the credit to little Cannon Kyle. The 5-year-old son of the late Darryl Kyle rallied the troops in Game 3, and he will be back in action tonight.
That'll be coming your way right here on Fox after the conclusion of this one from Anaheim.
And we saw just how slow Molina is now.
Base hit left field. And here come the Angels.
An upgrade in speed from Molina. Get Kennedy to chase it if he will. Got 4 pitches to do it with. No need to throw him a strike right here.
0-2. In the air, right center field. Well hit. Back to the wall.
This is an 0-2 pitch. This is where this pitch should have been location-wise. It ends up here. A hanging breaking ball 0-2 that says hit me all over it. They've got those thunder sticks here in the ballpark. You can forget it's a colossal mistake.
And the Minnesota bullpen has made plenty of those the last 3 games. Diving play by Corey Koski. The throw. Gloves, and we're only in the 7th inning. Get a look at the numbers on Hawkins, who's been very good out of the bullpen in this series. Base in left field. 5 straight hits here in the Anaheim 7th. Stein at third. 6 consecutive hits. A sea of red here in Anaheim, 6 outs away from the Angels' first ever trip to the World Series. A 26th man on this team, the late great Gene Autry, the singing cowboy who just loved this franchise with all his heart and soul. And his wife Jackie Autry watching just 2 booths down from us, Steve. They can feel it here in Anaheim. It's only a 1-run ball game right now in the 7th inning.
Signs. I think that's less about what the signs are and how you're going to flash them, but what pitch Romero wanted to throw right there. He did throw a slide.
3-1. Ball 4. That'll bring in a run.
Well, we talked about the Twins being able to respond in the 7th inning after the Angels were overly aggressive in this.
Romero, the 3rd reliever in the inning. And still nobody out. Infield in. And they get the strikeout of Gloves.
A big out here, takes a little off, down in the strike zone, and Gloss swinging right through it. That's a tough pitch to lift.
They're going to hold Ochoa, and that makes it 8-5 Anaheim. One team comes up with 3 runs against nearly the most unhittable reliever in the playoffs in either league. As that one is thrown to the backstop, and another run will score. One-run lead that Minnesota came up with 3 runs in the 7th inning. Anaheim has scored 6 in the bottom of the inning and make it the 7th inning, still batting. J.C. Romero getting a big hug from Rick Anderson. Romero had a sensational regular season.
If in fact it ends for them today, it's not the note that these young pitchers wanted to have it end for them all.
Another base hit. Sean Figgins came on the run for Benji Molina. And Bob Robertson of the Pirates in '71 as he takes ball 1. George Brett of Kansas City in 1978 was the only 2 players to hit 3 home runs in an LCS game. Into left field, another base hit. They're going to hold the runner at 3rd base. Adam Kennedy, 4 for 4, 3 home runs, and a single.
What a day. What a week.
These totals identical to the division series record in an inning they had against the Yankees. 8 runs, 10 hits. make it 12-5.
That was a breaking ball by Bob Wells, not trying to hit anybody. Next time, classy move of his own, taking it off the hip and going down to first base without a word. Doesn't hurt that much right there anyway, does it?
Really a shame, as you mentioned, Steve. Minnesota had such a great year. Not the way you wanted it to end, if indeed it does end. A bouncing ball, and Cavich will feed Erstad to the back for the second out of the inning. Biggin scores, making it 13-5. 10 runs in the Anaheim 7th inning. Runs, 10 hits, both league championship series records.
So much of a small market team, are they?
There's Bill Stoneman. We talked about what a great job he's done here in Anaheim. This is his 3rd year. Was an all-star. Pitched 1 season with the then California. There's strike 3 to Ochoa. A heavenly 7th in Anaheim. Outs away from its first trip ever to the World Series, and Ben Weber takes over, and Benji's brother Jose takes over behind the plate. Lined into right center field, a base hit by Koski. Erstad over to cut it off. It'll be a leadoff single here in the Twins' 8th inning. All LCS records in that Anaheim 7th inning. Most hits in an inning, most consecutive hits in an inning, most runs. And who knows, those two may be facing one another in the World Series on Saturday. That ball driven into right center field. Erstad over to get it. 1 away. And more than likely you'll hear from this Minnesota Twins team for years to come. Outstanding young nucleus of position players, and although some of the guys in the bullpen have struggled, they're mighty good as well. Anaheim Angels 3 outs away from a trip to the World Series. Crowd at Edison International Field in Anaheim, California. They came here today looking to chase away the demons of that 1986 American League Championship Series. This being the 4th time the Angels have advanced on to the postseason. And we remind you, coming up next, right here on Fox, the second half of our LCS doubleheader, Game 4 of the National League Championship Series. Giants lead that set 2-1 against St. Louis. Andy Bennis against Livan Hernandez of the Giants. The pitching matchup there. Joe Buck, Tim McCarver and company standing by. First time we've seen Kyle Loesch, a 13-game winner, as a starter during the regular year for Minnesota. First pitch swinging. Garrett Anderson on the ground to Guzman, 1 away. Mike Scioscia in his 3rd season at the helm, and talk about a turnaround from a year ago. Boston 11 plus better, Cincinnati at 12, Atlanta at 13, Montreal under Frank Robinson at 15, but Anaheim 24. Had to go up against the likes of Seattle, which won 116 games last year. Gene Autry originally went to baseball's expansion meetings in 1960, seeking radio rights, and came away with ownership of the new Los Angeles Angels franchise. Led the Angels down the streets of Palm Springs, California, their spring training site, on his bicycle. Lost caught on strikes, 2 away here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Talked about these organizations and the pitching staffs that they've been using, and in the bullpen, Kyle Loesch will be an outstanding starter for this organization. Getting a chance to see a little bit about what he can do, but the number of wins that he put up there. Santana
Sean Wooten with 2 down and nobody on, pops it up into foul territory. Looks like it'll come back into fair ground, and McCabe's able to get it to end the inning.
As usual, always have a great time, and I'm going to go down and get wet.
So Troy Percival comes on for Anaheim. Get a look at his postseason numbers. 4 saves. And we talked about it. In game 1, Percival has never allowed opponent's batting average at .075 for the Twins through the years against Troy Percival. 9th inning of game 5. One of the most improbable comebacks in postseason history. Dave Henderson slammed a 2-run home run off reliever Donnie Moore for a 6-5 Boston lead. And Boston went on to win the final 3. And you see they're trying to take their name off that list without a World Series appearance. Fly ball right center. Erstad there. 1 out to go. Record with 3 home runs in a game. He hit a 3-run home run in a 10-run 7th inning. That gave the Angels the lead for good. Of the division series against the Yankees, they scored 10 runs in 1 inning in the clinch game of the league championship series. Popped up, and the Anaheim Angels, for the first time in franchise history, are going to the World Series. We go to you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you a little bit.
All right, congratulations on the 3-homer game, and you're going to the World Series for the first time, and so are the Angels.
Oh, man, this is tremendous. We're just going to take a little while here and appreciate this. Been working so hard for the last couple years to bring this together, and we finally got it done.
This noise is deafening. Talk about the 3rd home run, the key one in the game, obviously, and then after you were bunting a few minutes earlier.
First pitch he had me bunting, and then he let me swing away. He told me when he got in he had a little feeling, and he let me go with my swing today, and Santana hung a curveball, and I got it.
Well, you had never had a 3-homer game. I mean, how do you describe this? What do you think about this yourself when you go home tonight?
Oh, I don't care if I have another one. This is it right here. Biggest game of my life. I can't replace this for anything. We're just going to enjoy this for a while and then try to get back to work.
And just like in the Yankees series, when the Twins came back, you had an answer. The Angels seemed to respond when they had to.
Yeah, it's been like that all year, you know. And that's what it takes to get to this point, you know, keep playing the whole game. And we did it tonight. Our bullpen, they've been carrying all year. They had a little struggle tonight, but our offense came through.
All right, have fun in the World Series. Congratulations again. Adam Kennedy. Fantasyland may be nearby, but it's a reality. The Angels are going to the World Series. Let's go back upstairs.
Chris, thank you very much. The Angels appearing in their 4th postseason, their first since 1986. 25 of the 30 teams in the major leagues made the playoffs since the Angels' last appearance in '86. The only ones that did, Montreal, Milwaukee, Kansas City, and Tampa Bay. The Angels, as a franchise, have played 2,527 regular season games since their last playoff appearance. They buzz through the Yankees in the division series in 4. They eliminate Minnesota in the league championship series in 5. And a celebration on in the Anaheim clubhouse. We'll be back with more of the celebration in a moment.
Tuesday, October 29th, That 70 Show returns with an all-new hour of big surprises.
I'm pregnant.
Kitty drops a bombshell.
God, no. I mean, great.
And when Kelso discovers Hyde and Jackie's secret love, he's dead. Lifelong friendships will be tested.
What is wrong with this thing?
A full hour of That 70 Show.
Now, Hyde's really dead.
All new Tuesday, October 29th on Fox. It puts fear in the strongest of men. It's every parent's worst nightmare. Driving carpool.
Sound like a good deal, right? A deal with the devil.
Can Bernie save himself before it's too late?
You'll get one courtesy beep. After that, you got 15 seconds.
Bernie Mac returns with all new episodes, followed by Cedric, Wednesday, October 30th on Fox.
Michael, you stay and we go to Venice,
I can't. I have a dog.
Stop!
Is he kidding? You know, I think his friend Steve back in the U.S. could help him out here. Go!
Hello? Steve. Yeah? It's about Max. Can you watch him an extra week?
Introducing World Class from T-Mobile. Now use your phone worldwide. Get more.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm still in the car. 10 minutes, an hour, I've got no idea. This is ridiculous.
Can't wait to get your new Jetta? With offers like this, why would you?
Guys, it's past curfew. We got a big game tomorrow.
Corn dog, coach?
Get 2 ice-cold 1-liter Cokes for just $2 now at AM PM.
Enjoy big savings now at your nearby Subway restaurant. Hurry in and get 3 regular footlong subs for only $10.99. Great to share with family and friends. Perfect for dinner or anytime. 3 footlongs for $10.99 for a limited time. Subway, eat fresh.
The bun.
Hunter to win a trip to the baseball championship with Mark McGwire.
People, let me tell you about my best friend. He's a warm-hearted person who loved me till the end. People, let me tell you about him. He's so much fun. Yeah, he's my best friend.
Entered to win a trip to the baseball championship with Mark McGwire. Odds of winning dependent on number of entries. Odds of becoming Mark McGwire's best friend, not as good.
The legend was born in 1965 in the storied swamp of Florida, and as befits a legend, it began with a searing question.
Coach asked why we didn't go during the game.
The players weren't adequately hydrated and their performance suffered.
As the Gators marched through the season, they drank a carbohydrate electrolyte beverage created by University of Florida doctors.
Naturally, we called our stuff Gatorade.
In conditions ever make a salamander sweat, the Gators thrive.
Those boys drank that stuff and they became a second-half team. I saw it with my own 2 eyes.
In 1967, when the Gators won their first Orange Bowl, Gatorade had arrived.
Today, Gatorade is the most researched sports drink in the world.
And it continues to fuel champions wherever they're found. Humbly born on the hard-scrabbled gridirons of Florida, proven by generations of athletes. And just as the games never end, so the legend continues.
No burger at McDonald's won it. No burger at In-N-Out won it. No burger at Wendy's won it. No burger at Jack in the Box won it. And not a single burger at Burger King won it. The $6 burger from Carl's Jr., winner of the Restaurant Business Magazine Award for Best New Burger in its class. Only $3.95 at Carl's Jr.
4 people are dead.
Not from watching a videotape.
They have 7 days to find the answer.
The images on the tape, they're leading us somewhere.
She shows me things. Who? The little girl.
7 days to heed the warning.
Everyone will suffer.
Not since The Exorcist or Rosemary's Baby has a movie been so truly frightening. The Ring, rated PG-13, starts Friday.
Possibly won. I thought that we could be friends, but now I know it was a fraud. Yeah, I'm right. This is the way that I was out. I'm trying to make it in this right, but I'm receiving no help. First you say whoa, then you say yeah. Throw your hands in the air. First you say whoa.
Pepsi Blue, a new fusion of berry and cola. Pepsi Blue, it's the mix. News.
They celebrate their first ever trip to the World Series in the Anaheim Angel clubhouse. They win this American League Championship Series 4-1. Let's go downstairs to Steve Lyon.
All right, Tommy, thank you very much. On the podium here, we have Michael Eisner, who is the CEO and operating officer of the Walt Disney Corporation, and Kevin Ulick, who is the Vice President of Business Operations. To my left, the manager of the Anaheim Angels, Mike Scioscia, and the former Vice President of the California Angels, Mrs. Jean Yaki, and you're also the representative of Major League Baseball that's going to help me make the presentation of the American League Championship trophy, and how fitting it is that you're the one here doing this. Please take it away and present Mike Scioscia with the trophy.
Thank you very much, Mike. It's with great pleasure and privilege that I give this trophy to you. I just wish all the fellas in the 42 years could be here with us today on this stage and enjoy the celebration, because everyone that's played for Gene should be here. But your team is to be congratulated, and we're all very proud of you in Southern California, and especially Gene Autry, who's been watching over you these last few weeks. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. On behalf of this club, I want to say thank you very much. This is tremendous pride. I accept this. We had a lot of help, a lot of angels looking down on us, Mrs. Autry, and I know your husband was one of them. This is for Mr. Autry. We know we finally got to the level he had hoped for. He had a lot to do with it, we know, and hopefully he's up there smiling on us now. But this is for Mr. Autry. Thank you very much. All right, Mike Scioscia, Jackie, I do want to ask you a question very quickly about that, all the signs in the stadium about Gene watching down on this victory and your feelings as you look at this. And I know you wish he was here, but certainly here in spirit today.
Well, he certainly has been with the fans all season long and every year with us, but I know he's been smiling on us, because I just wondered why the year after. There he goes! I wondered why, after he passed away, why we didn't win it the next year, but I think he made a stop somewhere along between the road and heaven, and he finally got us there, so I'm very pleased about that.
Jackie, clearly a very proud moment for you, and there would be no Anaheim Angels without his support of this organization, and he brought it here. Let's talk to Mike Scioscia now. And Mike, I'll tell you what, this team has played the way you wanted them to play all season long, within themselves, very aggressive baseball, and once again it showed after getting down and then coming right back.
Well, you know, Steve, they play the way they can play. I don't think it's anything that we've instilled that wasn't in there. These guys have a ton of heart. They never give up. They enjoy playing, and we've gotten behind a lot times this year. We come back. We beat a terrific ball club. You know, we beat them 4-1. It could easily flip-flop the other way. I want to congratulate the Minnesota Twins on their season, because they were incredible. They played a great series, and we're very fortunate to come out on top.
Your starting staff and your bullpen, unbelievable in this series. I don't think you could ask for anything more.
No, we had some guys step up. There were rookies that would just we wouldn't be here without the contributions of John Lackey or Francisco Rodriguez, and the veterans who came out, like Troy Percival, Garrett, and Timmy Salmon. These guys were there for us all year, and they were there in the playoffs too, and gosh, what a lot of fun.
All right, thanks a lot, Michael. Let's get Bill Stoneman in here, the GM of this ball club, and you're already soaking wet. And some of the moves you've made here in the short period of time that you've been here, economic moves that were made, you know, some second-tier free agent players that you brought here, some great trades that you've made. This team all came together this season.
Well, the team came together well. I'm not sure how economic we were with the moves because the budget went up, but we've had fun. This really came together as a team. All guys, all 25 guys, really came together and are thinking as one and pulling together. together as one. And that's really what's gratifying about it. This is a real team.
One of the moves that you did make, trading away Jimmy Edmonds, getting Adam Kennedy, and Adam Kennedy hitting the ball a little bit bigger than Jimmy Edmonds did in this ballpark. 3 home runs today, 4 hits, an outstanding day for him.
Well, AK had a great day, and every day it's somebody different and all that. I mean, this was AK's day to really shine. He was great, but we won this as a team, and I'm sure AK will tell you that too.
All right, no problem. Let's grab where is Adam Kennedy? Can we get Adam up here for the presentation of the MVP? Adam, congratulations. The trophy's named after Lee McPhail. It is the American League MVP, and boy, you really did it today with the 3 homers.
Yeah, I can't even explain what happened out there. Just tremendous hard work by everybody. Our bullpen's carrying us throughout the playoffs, and today our offense picked us up. Tremendous feeling.
One of the smallest guys out there on the field, but you didn't play that way today, and you didn't play that way the entire series.
Just try to take the opportunity when it comes, and it came today in a big way. Social let me hit. There were a couple guys on late in the game, and I didn't let them down.
All right, Adam, congratulations. Good job you guys going to the World Series. Get Michael Eisner in here, please, very quickly. Michael, congratulations to you and the organization. And on to the World Series from a team that was on the blocks a while ago.
Well, it's a great team. And the thing that's great about it is they play as a team. And everything you do, you try to have a team. And this is like the definitive nature of what teamwork is. Actually, we use sports as a metaphor in everything we do. Now we have the 2002 Angels as a real metaphor going forward, so it's fantastic.
Is the team still for sale? Because if it is, I think there's a lot of buyers out there, and if it's not, I think you'd want to hang on to what they've done.
Well, we've only said that we would sell a team for a great buyer who would keep it in Anaheim. And if somebody came along that wanted to be partners with us or really was committed to this city and committed to this state and committed to Orange County, we'd consider it. But right now, we're just going to celebrate with everybody else. Jackie Autry has been a great partner for 4 years. We were partners with Jackie. And then after Gene passed away, we took over the team. And together with the Autrys, we've seen Bill Stoneman really build a team from the bottom up and stay with the people that he liked. And it's the way to do everything. I wish everything was done this well.
All right, Michael, thank you very much. Let's send it back up to Tom up in the booth.
Steve, thank you very much. Those of you in Los Angeles can tune in for more post-game coverage on Fox Sports Net. For more information on today's game and for the latest information on Major League Baseball, go to foxsports.com. For Steve Lyons, Chris Myers, and our wonderful Fox crew, our producer Jeff Gowan, our director Jim Lynch, and so many men and women who have done their very best to present this American League Championship Series. I'm Tom Brenneman saying so long from Anaheim. Up next, it's Game 4 of the National League Championship Series. You've been watching Fox Sports coverage of Major League Baseball. Your home for the 2002 League Championship Series and the 2002 World Series, which will begin in Anaheim